Hey guys, welcome to Suit Up Dress Up blog's first video. Really excited about this video, and I really hope that I can bring you guys some great content in the future. It looks like our readers are really interested in the blog, and we're very excited in building our reader base, and so we want to bring you some fresh and exciting content today. What we're going to discuss today is basically how to match your necktie with a suit and a shirt. Now, if you go on my blog, which is http://suitupdressup.wordpress.com, I have entries in there under a category for color theory, which teaches us how to mix and match neckties with your suit and shirt. Now, there are primarily two things that need to be considered when you're mixing and matching your tie with your shirt and suit. The two things are, one, color, and secondly, pattern. Now, if you go on Google, literally pause this video right now. By now, you should be back. Pause the video, go on Google, and look for a color wheel. Alright, and see if you can hover the color wheel over this video in a separate window. Now, what a color wheel does is it shows you what colors complement each other. Colors that are directly across each other from the color wheel are complementary colors, and so they provide the most contrast. Colors that form an equilateral triangle on a color wheel, i.e. all sides of the triangle are equally spaced, are also complementary colors. And then colors in the same section of the wheel are monochromatic colors. Mono meaning one, because you have different colors. You have one color with different shades or tints, so either some white or black has been added to it. And the second thing you want to consider when you're mixing and matching suit, shirts, and ties is the size of the patterns. Ideally, you want to go for either two patterns and a solid, or a solid and two patterns. Pulling off three patterns is extremely difficult. And when you do mix and match patterns, you want contrast in your patterns. So with that being said, let's look at some of these combinations. This is a beautiful blue solid shirt. And what we've done is we've taken an orange tie, which is directly across from it on the color wheel. I know this seems bold, but for those of you that really want to make a fashion statement, this is a direct contrast with blue. It's orange. And as you can see, there's a hint of blue in here and a bit of red, which also complements the orange. And because the shirt is a solid and the tie is striped, what we've done is we've gone with a pinstriped gray suit. So it looks beautiful. You have a striped suit, a striped tie, and a solid shirt. You have the patterns there. The pattern on the suit, the lines are smaller. They're not as wide apart. And on the tie, they're spread apart a little more, and you have the color contrast. So that looks absolutely beautiful. Now, if you look at the second one here, we have a pink shirt that's patterned. We have a pattern tie, and we have a solid suit. So again, two patterns and one solid. Now, if you look at the shirt, we have a checkered pink pattern. The color blue goes beautifully with pink because it forms part of that complementary color equilateral triangle. And as you can see, the pattern's very different. There are finer checks on this blue tie, but they're smaller than the checks on the pink shirt. And you have dots that are widely spread apart. So if you're looking at someone from 10, 20 feet away, you're not going to see this intricate check design. You're going to look at it like this, where the dots are widely spaced and they complement the shirt and contrast with it beautifully with that color. And again, here you have two patterns, a patterned shirt and a patterned tie, and you have a solid suit. Okay, the last one we're going to look at here is a monochromatic look. Here you have two patterns again. You have a striped shirt that looks wonderful. You have a black tie that complements the suit. The suit's a solid, so you have two patterns in the shirt and the tie. The suit's a solid, and with the tie, the pattern is different from the shirt pattern. So it's not striped, it's dotted, the dots are spaced apart, and you have yellow in the tie to match the yellow on the shirt. So again, when you're looking to mix and match colors, a color wheel is a great tool. Another thing that really helps is if one of your ties has hints of the color of the shirt in your tie. So if the background color of your shirt is yellow, the main color of the tie could be yellow, and that would work fantastic. Or you could also do it like I've done here, where the background color or the secondary color of the shirt's a yellow, and the secondary color of the tie is a yellow, and the black matches with the suit beautifully. There isn't an overload of pattern because the suit's a solid. The black sort of neutralizes the blue because it's a neutral color, and the pattern is spread out. So the pattern and color contrast, everything works wonderfully here. So remember, there are two things you want to look out for. You want to look for color coordination, look at the color wheel, look at either complementary, contrasting, which are directly across, complementary, which forms the equilateral triangle, or monochromatic color schemes. And then you want to look at the pattern. So if you have stripes on stripes, that can work. If one of the stripes is really narrow and say the tie is wider stripe, or you could do what I'm doing here where you have dots against stripe, or maybe you go to Hermes and you get one of those beautiful animal motif prints and then you throw that against a striped shirt, and then in that case you would have something like a solid suit to balance the whole outfit. Again, really excited to bring you guys this content, and I'll be looking to create new videos in the future. For now, goodbye.